Brainiacs, the game show where knowledge meets competition and only the sharpest mind survives. Now we've made it to the 9th episode and the journey here has been nothing short of exceptional. In this game show, our contestants must showcase their knowledge across various subjects, varying from the CSEC syllabus to modern pop culture. Their goal? To become the ultimate Brainiac and the chance to win up to $300,000 in cash and prizes. This game show consists of 3 rounds. The first and second rounds will each have 6 categories with 5 questions in each category. The third round will consist of 1 category and 1 final question, giving us a grand total of 61 questions. Now, each question will be worth a specific number of points, which in turn is equivalent to Guyanese dollars. The contestant that emerges victorious at the end of these 3 rounds will advance to the final episode, where they will have to face off against 2 new challengers for the title of the first ever Brainiacs champion. It's important for us to know that our contestants dictate just how much money they walk away with in the end. Let's meet our contestants in this round of the competition. Our first contestant is Gianna Bacchus. Now, she is our returning champion with a total show winnings of 19,600. Will she be able to maintain her position in the game, or will one of our new contestants take her spot in the finals? We'll find out. Next up, we have Dheer Kumar Jasuja, an aspiring corporate lawyer whose favorite pastime is playing chess. We'll see his mind shine in these rounds of the competition. Our third contestant is Tamia Sumarah, an aspiring dermatologist and a botanist with a knack for the creative arts. Contestants, welcome.
Let's take a look at the rules of the show. The host will select the first category and question. Contestants have 10 seconds after the question has been read to hit their buzzer. The first contestant that hits their buzzer has 3 seconds to answer the question correctly. If answered correctly, the contestant can select the next category and question. If answered incorrectly, contestants will lose the point value for the question and other contestants will have the chance to answer. The contestant who answers the question correctly will select the next category. In the third and final round of the competition, contestants can wager a number of points before the final question is read. After wagering, the final question will be read, and contestants will have 20 seconds to answer it. After the 20-second timer has rung, contestants must put down their pens, and the answer will be revealed. The contestants who answer correctly will be awarded the number of points wagered, while contestants who answered incorrectly will have the points wagered deducted from their score. The contestant with the highest score will be declared the winner and advance to the next episode. If there is a tie, 1 final question will be presented. Contestants will have 3 seconds to answer. The first contestant to hit their buzzer will be given a chance to answer the question. If answered correctly, that contestant will be declared the winner. However, if answered incorrectly, the opponent has the opportunity to answer the question and steal the points to become the winner. Get ready to put your knowledge to the test.
Here are our categories. Our first category is the kidneys. This category focuses on the body's natural filtration system, which is crucial for removing waste and balancing fluids. Next up, it's inside out. In this category, we'll delve into the complex and varied emotions that shape our human experience. Our third category is all about eating well with Eat Well. In this category, we'll explore the world of nutritious choices and dietary knowledge, followed by theoretic math. In this category, we'll explore fundamental concepts and equations that form the backbone of mathematical theory, from graphical representations and basic arithmetic to geometric transformations and linear functions. Followed by Mind Your Business. Ouch! In this category, we explore concepts essential to understanding the world of commerce and economics. And our 6th category in the first round of the competition, Who's My Minister? In this category, we'll take a look at the key responsibilities and roles of various ministers in Guyana's government. Contestants, remember that each right answer brings you 1 step closer to securing the grand prize. Best of luck. Let's start this round of the competition with the kidneys for 100. This process involves the removal of metabolic waste from an organism, distinct from egestion, which consists of the expulsion of undigested food. Gianna.
Excretion.
That is correct. Go ahead and select our next category and question.
Inside out for 100.
This is often felt when achieving a long-awaited goal or receiving a good news. Tamia?
Would this be happiness?
That is correct.
Inside out for 200.
This is characterized by feelings of unhappiness and low mood. Gianna?
Sadness.
That is correct.
Inside out for 300.
This is a response to a perceived threat or danger, triggering the fight or flight response. Tamia?
Fear.
That is correct.
Inside out for 400.
This stems from perceived injustices or frustrations. Gianna?
Anger.
That is correct.
Inside out for 500.
This is felt in response to something offensive and is associated with the color green. Dheer?
Is it jealousy?
I'm sorry, that's not the response we're going for. Tamia?
Would it be disgust?
That is correct. That's the one we're going for.
Eat well for 100.
This diet excludes all forms of meat. Dheer?
Is it vegetarianism?
That is correct.
Eat well for 200.
This nutrient is essential for building and repairing tissues and is found abundantly in meats, beans, and nuts. Gianna?
Protein.
That's correct.
Eat well for 300.
Bread, rice, and pasta are my primary sources of energy. Dheer?
Is it carbohydrates?
That is correct.
Eat well for 400.
This vitamin found in citrus fruits is essential for the repair of tissues and the immune system. Gianna?
Vitamin C.
That is correct.
The kidneys for 200.
This pair of organs filter blood, removing waste products and excess substances to form urine. Gianna?
The kidneys.
That is correct.
The kidneys for 300.
This waste product is formed in the liver as a result of protein metabolism and is excreted by the kidneys. Tamia?
Is this urea?
That is correct.
The kidneys 400.
This tube carries urine from the kidney to the bladder. Gianna?
The ureter.
That is correct.
The kidneys for 500.
Wrapping up this category, this process in the kidneys reabsorbs water and nutrients from the filtrate back into the bloodstream. Dheer?
Is it absorption?
That's not the answer we're going for. Would Gianna or Tamia like to give it a try? The answer we're going for is reabsorption.
Eat well for 500.
This method of food preservation involves removing moisture from food to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Gianna?
Dehydration.
That is correct.
Who's my minister for 100?
This minister in Guyana oversees human and social services, ensuring welfare services and support are provided to citizens. Dheer?
Honorable Dr. Vinaya Prasad.
That is correct.
Theoretic mass for 100.
This pictorial representation of numbers on a straight line is used in mathematics. Dheer?
The equation of a line y is equal to mx plus c.
Long answer, but not quite the one we're going for. Gianna or Tamia? Tamia?
Would it be a number line?
That is correct.
Theoretic math for number 2.
In the number 654.123, the digits to the left of the decimal point are... Gianna?
Whole numbers.
That is correct.
Theoretic math for 300.
We calculate the area of a trapezium using this formula. Dheer?
The length of A plus the length of B over divided by 2 multiplied by the height.
That is correct.
Theoretic mass for 400.
Successive reflections in two parallel mirror lines are equivalent to a something. Time's up. That answer would be translation.
Mind your business for 100.
This economic term describes the resources used by businesses to produce goods and services. Dear,
Capital.
that's not the answer we're going for, unfortunately. Gianna or Tamia? So the answer we're going for is factors of production.
Mind your business for 200.
A legal entity possessing the right to conduct business on its own. Dear?
A firm.
That is correct.
Theoretic math for 500.
Wrapping up this math category, functions whose points lie on the same straight line are called something. Tamia?
Would it be congruent?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Gianna or Dheer? The answer we're going for is linear functions.
Mind your business for 300.
An act of trading goods or services between two or more parties without the use of money. Gianna?
Bartering?
That's correct.
Mind your business for 400.
When an individual who has an idea acts on that idea, usually to disrupt the current market with a new product or service, this process is known as... Time's up. The answer would be entrepreneurship.
Who's my minister for 200?
This minister's ministry is responsible for promoting tourism, regulating commerce, and fostering industrial growth. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Onij Waldron Alicock.
Mind your business for 500.
Wrapping up this category, this economic principle states that as the price of a good or service increases, the quantity demanded decreases, and vice versa. Time's up. The answer would be the law of demand.
Who's my minister for 300?
Responsible for overseeing agricultural policies, improving farming practices, and ensuring food security, this person is the current Minister of Agriculture. Gianna?
The Honorable Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa.
That is correct.
Who's my minister for 400?
Heading the ministry responsible for the administration and development of local communities, including the development and maintenance of schools, is this minister. All right, time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Sonia Parag. And now our final question in the first round of the competition. This person responsible for managing Guyana's natural resources, such as mining, forestry, and petroleum, serves as the current Minister of Natural Resources. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Vikram Bharat. And with that, we've come to the end of our first round of the competition. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. In the lead, we have Gianna Bacchus with 3,200 points, followed by Tamia Sumarah with 800 points. In third place, we have Dheer Jasuja with minus 200 points. Let's see if Dheer can make a comeback in this next round of the competition. Welcome to round two. Now, as you know it's that time in the show where we crank up the challenge to see those brilliant minds shine even more. But before we move on into our second round, let's have a little bit of chat with our contestants to find out more about them. We'll begin with Dheer. Now, Dheer, you are an aspiring corporate lawyer. Why this particular field?
It's mostly because of a show, I guess.
Which show?
Suits.
Suits. Ah, that is an amazing show. So who's your favorite character in Suits?
Harvey.
You love playing chess as well. So tell me, when did that start for you?
Well, technically started playing back in second form, but I really started getting into it in third form.
All right, moving over to Tamia. Tamia, you are deciding between becoming a dermatologist or a botanist.
Yes.
They're so far apart from each other though. Like, tell me a little bit more about that.
I see a relation in the two, right?
Okay.
Because when you look at dermatology, it's basically the study of skin in a nutshell. And a lot of, if I get into dermatology, I had an idea where I would combine my agriculture-related knowledge as to types of plants, the nutrients we get from them to improve skin health.
So we're looking at a more natural approach.
Yeah, rather than all the chemicals, manufactured.
I catch the vision. I hope that, you're successful, and we wish you all the best. And Gianna, you're back here. This is your third time defending your position. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I'm feeling a little nervous, but I will try to defend my position as best as I can.
And best of luck to you with that. In this round of the competition, the points will be doubled to give you, our contestants, the extra push you need to get one step closer to grabbing the grand cash prize. What this also means for you is that if you answer incorrectly or you fail to provide an answer after buzzing in, then the points deducted from you are going to be doubled as well. All right, so be mindful of that. Let's find out what our categories are. First up, we're talking number cruncher. Now, in this category, we'll test your ability to manipulate numbers using various operations. It is important to note that you have 10 seconds to answer these questions, all right? Our second category, who am I? Now, each clue in this category will lead you to identify a key political leader known for their leadership and contributions in the Caribbean region. Next up, it's Tech Talk. From creating instructions for computers to developing robotic technology and beyond, this category delves into the innovative and evolving field of technology. After that, we'll take a look at Write Away. In this category, we'll explore various styles of writing that serve different purposes. Our fifth category is all about plants. In this category, we'll explore the fascinating world of botanical life and the growth processes. And our sixth category is Office Essentials. This category covers fundamental elements crucial for efficient workplace operations. Contestants, pick up those buzzers and let's proceed to the second round of the competition. So we'll have Dheer start off this round of the competition.
Office Essentials for 200.
This filing system arranges files in order of dates. Dheer?
Chronological filing system.
That is correct.
Office Essentials for 400.
This office layout concept aims to minimize walking distance and maximize efficient workflow. Time's up. The answer would be an open plan office.
Tech Talk for 200.
The process of creating instructions for a computer to execute specific tasks. Dheer?
A program.
That is correct. The process we're referring to here specifically is programming. All right?
Number cruncher for 200.
12, 10, 15, 2, multiply. Dheer?
Is it 3,000?
That's not correct, unfortunately. Gianna or Tamia? All right, time's up. The correct answer would be 3,600.
Who am I for 200?
Known for his leadership in the Caribbean, this politician has served as Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines since 2001, advocating for regional integration and socio-economic development. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez.
Office Essentials for 600.
This form of communication allows for face-to-face interaction, allowing for immediate feedback. Gianna?
Verbal communication.
That is correct.
Plants for 200.
This is the physiological process in which the imbibition of water by the seeds trigger their metabolic activities for the mobilization of reserves, a vital process for the growth of seedlings. Time's up. The answer would be germination.
Plants for 400.
These tiny embryonic leaves inside a seed begin to grow during germination. Gianna,
The plumule.
that's not the answer we're going for. Dheer or Tamia? The correct answer would be the cotyledon.
Right away for 200.
This type of writing aims to explain, inform, or clarify ideas and facts. Gianna,
Explanatory writing.
unfortunately, that's not the answer we're going for. Dheer or Tamia? Tamia,
Is it expository writing?
that is correct.
Right away for 400.
This type of writing tries to convince the reader to accept a particular viewpoint. Gianna,
Persuasive writing.
that is correct.
Plants for 600.
Germination can be inhibited by this phenomenon, which is an evolutionary adaptation that prevents seeds from germinating during unsuitable ecological conditions. Time's up. The answer would be seed dormancy.
Right away for 600.
This type of writing includes poetry, short stories, novels, and any writing that goes beyond the bounds of normal. Tamia?
Would it be narrative writing?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Dheer?
A fictional writing?
That's not the answer we're going for either. Gianna, would you like to give it a try?
Is it literature?
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. So the correct answer would be creative writing.
Who am I for 400?
This Caribbean politician made history as the first female Prime Minister of Barbados, leading her country since May 2018 with a focus on economic reform and social justice. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Mia Motley.
Right away for 800.
This type of writing tells a story and includes elements such as characters, setting, and plot. Gianna?
Narrative writing.
That is correct.
Right away for 1000.
This type of writing condenses large text to its main points and essential information. Tamia?
Would it be summary writing?
That is correct.
Plants for 800.
A common term for the first root that emerges from a seed during germination. Tamia?
Radical?
That is correct.
Plants for 1000.
After germination, this structure emerges from the soil, bearing the first true leaves of a seedling. Tamia?
Would it be plumule?
That is correct.
Office essentials for 800.
I am used to create multiple copies of a document quickly. Dheer?
Is it a copier or printer?
That is correct.
Office essentials for 1000.
This process involves systematically controlling the creation, distribution, use, and maintenance of records. Dheer?
Records management.
That is correct.
Tech Talk for 400.
Any automatically operated machine that replaces human effort, though it may not resemble human beings in an appearance or perform in a human-like manner, is known as? Tamia?
Would it be a simple machine?
That's not the answer we're going for, unfortunately. Dheer, go ahead.
Artificial intelligence.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Gianna, would you like to give it a try? The answer would be a robot.
Tech Talk for 600.
Flying robots that let you capture images and data from an elevated vantage point. Gianna?
Drones.
That is correct.
Tech Talk for 800.
This computer language, developed by Sun Microsystems, is widely used for building applications that can run on any platform. Dheer?
Is it JavaScript?
That is correct.
Tech Talk for 1000.
The letters STEM represent these areas. Gianna?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
That is correct.
Who am I for 600?
Leading Jamaica since March 2016, this Prime Minister has focused on economic reform and infrastructure development during his tenure. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Andrew Holness.
Number cruncher for 400.
125, 250, 375, 50. Add. Gianna?
800.
That is correct.
Number cruncher for 600.
36 plus 44 plus 64 square root. Dear,
12.
that is correct. Go ahead and select.
Number cruncher for 800.
10,054 divide. Dear,
500.
that is correct.
Number cruncher for 1,000.
220, 40, 70, 20, subtract. Tamia,
Would it be 10?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Dear or Gianna? Dear,
Is it 90?
that is correct. Go ahead and select.
Who am I for 800?
This lawyer and jurist became the first female president of Trinidad and Tobago in March 2018, making history in her country's political landscape. Time's up. The answer would be the Honorable Christine Kangaloo. All right? And now our final question. Currently serving as the chairman of CARICOM, this politician plays a key role in regional cooperation and diplomacy among Caribbean nations. So the answer would be His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali, our president. All right? And with that, we've come to the end of our second round of the competition. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. In the lead, we have Gianna Bacchus with 5,800 points, and making a comeback, Dheer Jasuja with 4,000 points in second place. Coming in third place, we have Tamia Sumarah with 1,800 points. We are now in the third and final round of the competition, which consists of one category and one question. Now, in this round, contestants can wager all or none of their points. Ultimately, the contestant with the highest point will be declared the winner and advance to the final episode, where they will have to defend their place in the competition and compete against two new contestants. Let's take a look at our final category. Our final category is parts of speech. Now, contestants, you may go ahead and make your wager. Once you are done, you will put down your pens and I will read the final question. Now, once I've read the final question, you have 20 seconds to write your answer. When the time is up, the answers will be revealed. Now, the contestant who has accumulated the highest score will be declared the winner and will advance to our final episode. All right, here is your final question. This part of speech is often used in both spoken and written language to convey cultural wisdom, such as a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. You have 20 seconds. All right, time's up. Pencils down. All right, we'll begin with Tamia. Let's see how much she wagered and what her response was. She wagered 1,600 points and her answer was metaphor. Unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. That takes your new balance to 200 points. Moving on to Dheer. Dheer, let's see how much you wagered. You wagered 100 points and your answer is exposition. Unfortunately, that too is incorrect and that takes your new total to 3,900. All right? And moving on to Gianna Bacchus. She wagered 200 points and her answer was a metaphor. Unfortunately, Gianna, that too was incorrect. That takes your new balance to 5,600 points. The correct answer, contestants, would be a proverb. That is the correct answer. That one had you a bit stumped there, all right? So, Gianna, that makes you our episode 9 winner, and this makes your 4th win in the competition. You will advance to our final episode where you will have to compete against 2 new contestants. With that, we've made it to the end of yet another exhilarating episode of Brainiacs. Gianna will move on to the next episode where she will have to defend her position. Stay tuned for more thrilling competition between our nation's children as they compete for the 2024 Brainiacs champion. I'm Danelli Singh saying goodbye for now and see you in the next and final episode.